Hello students, welcome back in geography class day 2. Today we are going to continue with the chapter number 3, water bodies. In previous class I had discussed introduction of water bodies, oceans. In oceans I have discussed Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean. And in today's class we will read about next two ocean, that is Arctic Ocean and Southern or Antarctic Ocean. Then we will do importance of oceans and seas. But before we proceed further, I would like to take feedback of the previous topic. Number 1. Why is water essential for our life? Number 2. Why is the earth called blue planet? Number 3. What do you mean by hydrosphere? Number 4. What do you mean by hydrological cycle? Number 5. How many oceans are there in the world? Name them. Number 6. Which is the largest ocean of the world? Number 7. What is the location of Atlantic Ocean? Number 8. Name the deepest trench of the earth. Number 9. Which is the busiest ocean of the world? Number 10. Name the third largest ocean of the world. And last, number 11. Which ocean is named after India? Students, I hope you all are able to answer all these questions. Now let's discuss important terms that we are going to do in this topic. Number 1. Continent means huge land mass. Number 2. Sea means a salty water body smaller than ocean. Number 3. Coast means an area near to the sea or ocean. Number 4. Coastline means the boundary line between land and sea. Number 5. Isthmus means a narrow strip of land that joins two large land masses and separates two large water bodies. Number 6. Gulf means an inlet water body surrounded by land on three sides. Number 7. Bay means a water body surrounded by land on three sides. And last, number 8. Lakes, a deep depression in the earth's surface filled with water. Now students, take out page number 35 of your book. In previous class, I had discussed first three ocean. Now, today I will discuss next two ocean. So number 4 ocean is Arctic Ocean. So let's start reading. It is the northernmost ocean in the world. It surrounds the North Polar region. Here region means area. Students, it is situated around the North Pole. Next, it is bounded by Eurasia and North America. Here Eurasia means Europe plus Asia. The Arctic Ocean remains frozen almost throughout the year. Students, here frozen means cold. The average depth of Arctic Ocean is about 1038 meter. Students, look at the world map. Here you can see Arctic Ocean which lies in the North Polar region and remains permanently frozen. It is bounded by North America, Europe and Asia. It is always covered with thick sheet of ice throughout the year. That's why it is also known as frigid zone. Students, the Arctic Ocean is the smallest of all the oceans. Now we will discuss last ocean, Southern or Antarctic Ocean. It is the southernmost extension of the Pacific, the Atlantic and the Indian Ocean. Students, mark this line. This is the extension of the Antarctic Ocean. This ocean is also called the Southern Ocean. Students, mark this line. The other name of Antarctic Ocean is Southern Ocean. It surrounds the Antarctic continent. Here continent means huge land mass. The depth of Antarctic Ocean is 7,434 meter. Students, look at the world map. The Antarctic or the Southern Ocean surrounds the continent of Antarctica in the southern hemisphere. It is an extension of the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean. Students, like Arctic Ocean, Antarctic Ocean is also covered with thick sheet of ice. Now children, we will discuss importance of oceans. Number 1. Oceans are the main source of moisture and water vapor in the atmosphere. Here moisture means humidity and water vapor means it is the gaseous phase of water. Students, this point is related with water cycle. The ocean play very important role in water cycle because 78% of global precipitation like rainfall, snowfall occurs from the oceans. Number 2. Oceans separate and connect one continent to another. Thus, they provide the cheapest means of transport. Students, here cheapest means not costly. Number 3. Oceans act as the highways for trade and transport. Here trade means business. Ocean provides the cheapest mode of transportation for international trade. Ocean routes are very useful for trade and transportation of heavy goods like coal, iron, machinery, etc. Number 4. They provide shelter for marine flora and fauna. Here marine means seawater, flora means plants and fauna means animals. It means it is a home of sea animals like fish, seal, octopus, seahorse, etc. and also sea plants like algae, seaweeds, seagrass, etc. And last, number 5, ocean water can be used to generate hydroelectricity. Here hydroelectricity means electricity produced by falling water. Students, ocean is the main source of hydroelectricity. Some developed countries like France, UK, USA, etc. are generating hydroelectricity from oceans. Now students, next we will discuss seas. Seas means salty water body smaller than ocean. Now let's start reading. Seas are the large expansion of saline water connected with an ocean. Here expansion means growth and saline means salt. Students, sea is the interconnected system of all the earth's oceanic waters including Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, etc. and it contains salt water. Next, coast and coastline are the two terms connected with seas. Coast is the boundary line between land and sea. Students, mark this line, while coastline refers to a line reached by the highest tides each year. Here tides means the rise and fall of the seawater. The given table shows the major types of sea of the world. Now students, we will discuss major types of sea of the world. First we have South China Sea and the location is to the east of China. Next, Arabian Sea to the west of South India. Mediterranean Sea between Europe and Africa. Next, Bering Sea to the east of Northeast Asia. Black Sea in Europe. Next, Sea of Okhotsk near Japan. Red Sea between Africa and Saudi Arabia. And last, Caribbean Sea, to the south of North America. Now students, take out page number 37 of your book. Next we will read Let's Inquire. First, mean sea level. All oceans are interconnected to each other. Here interconnected means interrelated. Therefore, the level of water in all oceans and seas is same everywhere. This uniform level of water is called the mean sea level. Students, mark this line. Here uniform means same. The height of land and the depth of water is measured from the mean sea level. Students, mean sea level is the point from where the height of different places is calculated. Sea level is always taken as 0 meter. Next, isthmus. It is a narrow strip of land that joins two large land masses or separates two large water bodies. Students, mark this line. This is the definition of isthmus. Next, for example, the Isthmus of Panama joins North and South America but separates the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. Bay. It is a broad coastal inlet with a headland on either side. For example, Bay of Bengal. Students, bay means a water body surrounded by land on three sides, like Bay of Bengal. Next, World Water Day. World Water Day is celebrated every year on March 22nd. Students, here the question rises, on which date World Water Day is celebrated? And the answer is March 22nd. The United Nations officially designated this day as World Water Day in 1993. Mark this line. So students, World Water Day was officially designated by the United Nations in 1993. It focuses attention on the world's water crisis as well as the solution to solve them. Here crisis means emergency. Children, the main aim of the United Nations is to solve the problem related with water crisis. Last is Gulf. Gulf is a small water body. It is generally considered as a part of the ocean. It penetrates the adjoining land masses. Here penetrates means to go through. For example, Gulf of Mannar between India and Sri Lanka. Students, Gulf is a water body surrounded by land on three sides. Here you can see the example of Gulf, Gulf of Mannar between India and Sri Lanka. Now students, we will discuss last point of this topic. What makes a sea different from an ocean? So let's start reading. Oceans are the huge reservoirs of water, but sea is a part of the ocean partially enclosed by land. Here partially means only in part and enclosed means surrounded. Seas are smaller than oceans. They are usually found where the land and ocean meet. Students, seas are smaller than oceans and seas are partially enclosed by land. Therefore, all seas are found in area where the ocean and land meet. I hope students, today's topic is clear to all. Now your homework is read today's topic plus do discuss the following on book at page number 35. Do question A and B of exercise 1 very short answer type questions. Then question A and D of exercise 2 short answer type questions. And question A and C of exercise 3 long answer type questions. Thank you.